Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a public match on the Hatches attack for you, but before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do, and advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Server prop right now is 200. It is December 16th at about 8 o'clock right now. Your officers for today, CSA side, you got Joseph D, Big Sexy, York Wall, Shinkura, and TL80, Santa Claus, and then for Union side, you got Krabby Brute, Noodle, Billy the Kid, and that's all it is for Union. No artillery on this map. Imbalance is 5 towards CSA infantry-wise. So, we missed the first couple of minutes of this. My computer was acting funky when I was going to start recording, so that's why I restarted. And also, this video is a little later than when I normally drop a public match broadcast because I wanted to get the snow event for you guys and these public match broadcasts and not more of that fall stuff that has been with us for a long time. And I wanted to wait until a full server, which we don't get a full server until about 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight, which is where it is. So Hatches attack. It's a CSA biased map, but so far Union is looking pretty good. Union generally push down this left side, and they'll just charge Bonsai into this, and CSA will hold it well. They have a great defensive position in buck and ball. However, it appears that the Union has blown right past the CSA left and hitting the right. You can see the snow. It's making the ground winter. Who would have thought? Beautiful. So, I don't know if CSA just let them have the ground. It's probably what happened. I mean, again, normally Union pushed this side, which is maybe where CSA was at, and Union took advantage. There's no down flags on the map, except for this one that's about to get wiped.
You're not getting your load off.
Billy the Kid charging his guys through there right now.
Both the name tags are friendly.
Come here, boy.
And Cletus here is running that flag around, trying to get it back into some safe zone. But I don't know. He might make it. We'll see. But Union's only got 3 officers because they have 2 infantry companies, and then their third company is Sharps. Sharps don't have 2 companies. The Sharps regiment doesn't have 2 companies, although normal infantry has 2 companies. And this flag bearer is somehow going to make it. He's out of line, which means he should have like a 30-second or a minute-long timer. Because if you're out of line...
Hey, flag over here! Flag over here! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it!
Mr. Cheese will get that kill. So, CSA is in an interesting spot. Normally they don't lose this map. And right now they're down on tickets, which is something you don't often see on this map.
I don't know if they're still over here or not. That's probably the ones I saw earlier.
Joseph D is bringing his guys over here right now. They're trying to put a little pressure on Union. We'll see if CSA decides to charge Union out or not, if they're just going to kind of sit in this shootout. They're down a lot of tickets already, so they might be cautious to charge in there.
Santa was a good man. He only wanted to deliver presents. That's all he ever wanted to do.
And protect his elf slaves.
He never yelled at a fellow company commander.
And so CSA will be a little cautious as well, just because they don't have as many tickets as Union. This is, holy cow.
Understood.
Look at the ticket difference right now. Again, you don't ever see this on this map. I go to the ticket balance of Hatch's attack. Union only has a 10% ticket advantage, which isn't a lot compared to some other maps. You'll get up to 40-50% sometimes, with the attackers being favored. So.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So far, I mean, Union's in a great spot to keep the shooting going. Looks like the Sharps for Union are moving into this kind of open spot here, trying to get some nice shots on the CSA, who have to cover with the rocks. Union covered with the defilade, the hill, going downward from CSA vantage point here.
Fall back, gentlemen.
It's kind of hard to see these guys. You can mostly see their heads, maybe their chests as well. And it looks like they're going to pull off. They might be taking too much heat. So CSA kind of thrown back. Point of contention is here. Union's not on it, despite them basically being closer to the point than CSA. It's more like this general area here where the point is. And with that being said, CSA drops to engage.
Mashallah to this company, mashallah.
Inshallah.
Takbir! I just got here. What are we doing?
So, Union has a fourth of morale stage lead. That CSA group fell back to that stake fence, a traditional CSA holding ground on this map, and Union's going to continue the shootout. I mean, if I'm Union, it might as well continue the shootout. Because again, on this map, it's very hard to take ground on this map, especially this ground here. Generally, CSA will defeat you there, and I don't know how CSA let the Union go to this spot unless Union won in some grand charges, which could be why tickets are down overall.
If you die by yourself, you died 5 times, not once.
So Union might not charge just because they've got the ground. They're dealing a good ticket rate with the shootout. And there's no point in charging and potentially losing that charge and then CSA taking that ground back.
Shoot the frosted cornflakes.
It's definitely a possibility.
Gentlemen, pull back, everybody pull back now.
No, wrong way. We're not going to right.
Which way do you want us to go? Left? Type in chat, tell me, I'll pull them that way. Left or right? Left, gentlemen, let's go. Left to me, left, gentlemen.
There is, I don't know, CSA, I don't know why you would push down this way. That'd just be a bad, you'd just be pushing yourself further and further towards Union spawn. You're getting closer and closer to Union spawn, you're getting further and further away from your point. So I don't know why you would seclude yourself like that. Holding out in the woods is the best spot. Defender, your job is simple. Waste the time and avoid taking ticket loss.
There's a flag down on the right side.
And CSA needs to kind of find a nice spot where they can hunker down. With the winter environment being here, a lot of the leaves are not there on these trees and bushes.
Raise these colors!
Obviously you have the snow, which is blocking some visibility, but I think the snow is a lot less of a hindrance than leaves on bushes and trees. I mean, you can kind of see right through all of this, where normally if you were watching this in fall or summer conditions, that would not be the case.
Doing what we're doing. Courage and discipline, boys.
Sir, I'm scared!
So CSA is starting to go around Union's side a little bit here, get on a flank. CSA still losing tickets. It's still about a fourth of a morale stage difference, so the shootout is even. That's what you see with most shootouts in this game on longer distances. And even though some of the shooting here is not at long distance, it's a lot of cover. Still hard to aim in this game. You don't know when you kill somebody.
It's a little right to the southeast. That tree directly in front of us right
Union
there.
drops to
down that line,
engage.
gentlemen. Down that line in the corner. Shooting the corner.
Union actually making a push up in the woods. There's the sharps here. Now, normally sharps don't engage in melee. Their weapons are shorter than the normal infantry rifle, which means that they got to be a lot closer to a person to actually hit them compared to everyone else.
Physically can't
So
hit you when you're
it
crouching.
seems that CSA is just constantly falling back, and the sharps are keep pushing up. The sharps are very good at having a shootout with you. If CSA would want, they could try to charge this out. Nice little opportunity here. Union's pushed really far into your lines. And that would be a great chance to get sharps and potentially one of these Union flags. And that is a huge advantage for CSA, is they've got 4 of those flags, those mobile respawns, compared to Union, who have 3. So CSA are spawning more guys in consistently compared to the Union side. That ticket gap is growing in Union's favor, actually. It's almost half a morale stage, and Union is capping, which that would be a mistake. It looks like the sharps for Union are... I don't know if the sharps are capping or there's just no one from CSA here. Maybe Edge of Union there is capping, but... It'd be a bad mistake.
You're running the wrong way. Go the right, go right.
A rarity to see a big a lead as this on Hatch's attack. So, if Union capture this point, CSA will have an opportunity to retake, and it's not like Union has great ground on the point. CSA would be able to retake that quickly, which means if they retook it, they would go up to the percentage of tickets that the Union is at, and right now that'd mean CSA would regain half a morale stage
on the point.
if that happened. Yeah, and that's why Krabby Brew is so pissed.
Get off the point, please. Holy shit.
The Rambos are not on point. You need to be in skirmishing, which is your formation status, and I think it's these guys here.
I totally missed.
And so Union cap in a, what I think is a disaster. Oh, it's so close. Someone over here must... the thing is, these guys could be in skirmishing, but Union now capturing the point. If Union holds the point for 12 minutes, they'll win.
Any particular... Who over here was capping?
So Union can try to hold this. It's not great ground to hold, though. That's the issue. And so if I'm Union, I would try to hold the point as much as you can while trying to preserve your flags. You can see the Sharps already moving onto the point. The reason being, right, CSA is going to regain a whole lot of tickets here. So if I'm Union, I want to make sure CSA can't regain as many tickets. And how do I do that? I die. So I move onto the point. I can test it, wait for CSA to come at me to make sure that everyone loses tickets so that CSA can't go up to a higher morale stage. Also, you could just potentially hold it for the next 11 minutes, which is what we have left on that gold timer. And you could just win the game. Regardless, at this point, you need to be aggressive in holding that point. And it's taking CSA a hot second to move to the point. Maybe they're going to start moving now. Remember, these officers, it's a public match. They either got to communicate through in-game text or by sending runners and talking. But
Move right then, move right.
Go, get their flag, go. Go, get their flag. Go. Tag them.
And so one CSA company is pushing in on the Sharps here, which again, they're really bad at melee. That's kind of why they're just retreating there. They don't stand a chance. Union infantry, in the meanwhile, is going out and charging CSA left. More hitting a couple of Rambos, but
Rally to the northwest side of the
looks
rock.
like CSA is going to be able to get this point back fast. And honestly, if I were these Sharps, CSA is about to retake the point, I would just send the flag back and charge the rest of your Sharps in. Because CSA is going to retake the point, they're going to regain a lot of tickets. Remember, if Union loses a lot of tickets right now, CSA won't be able to go up as much. So I think those Sharps should have stayed and fought. Not that they were going to win, but it's more that CSA can't go up to the tickets that Union is at. But CSA responded quickly to this matter, especially for a public match. They moved right back in. They're taking back that point, and they're going to regain 2/3 of a morale stage right now, assuming the cap goes through, which I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Although the only positive thing about this cap is Union's gotten in the woods on the backside, and that can be dangerous for CSA. Never want your enemy behind you, behind your flank.
I ran from the other side of the corn to pick that up.
You guys keep shooting at them. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check
So,
what the hell- what
with that all being said, this round was looking like a huge Union victory, but it's back to even again. Union still has the nice ground, and they've been winning the shootout, so that pace will probably continue. It's just real unfortunate for Union in terms of you had a huge ticket lead, and now that ticket lead is gone. So, great moves from CSA. We'll see how they respond to this, especially with half the Union team. Actually, it's all the infantry for Union is behind CSA lines, slithering through the woods here. I don't know if CSA knows that they're there, but they're positioning like they're there.
This is why front loader doesn't come around no more, because of fucking idiots.
Hey, don't shoot these guys. These are friendlies
They're
right now.
holding kind of far out.
Take aim down my line on the other side of the field in that corn. John, get the fuck out of the way, retard!
Jesus, John.
Front loader, I can't shoot.
Get your reloading. Get your reloading.
Don't want to walk into a line of fire, especially that one. So, Union charging center on point. I'm holding down the E button, which is not the W key to move forward. The Union's going to get a nice wipe here. Noodle with his companies up here. Are they going to keep charging? This is a very difficult and nice charge. I don't get what Noodle's doing here. I like that charge on point, but this is going to lose a lot of tickets for Union. And Union has a great chance here. Looks like some Union's getting charged in the wood line, though. Union's probably going to hold.
Should be able to hold this.
Clearly the kid with his guys. Looks like maybe just some CSA respawns. But over here, this is sad. I mean, tickets-wise, they're still generally even. And it's not like Union's lost that flag, although it is down. Seriously, if I'm Union, I position myself right here. CSA loves to hold here when Union charges up this CSA right side and hit here. Union should hold here. You get great flanking shots, and if CSA wants to charge you, they got to charge through a straight fence and a half-stone wall. Jeez.
Hey! Boy, touch him! I'm taking the boots.
Granted, CSA's got buck and ball on this map, basically shooting a shotgun compared to Union. They don't have that on this map. They do have the sharps, which is, I guess, counteracts that. But there's a cap to how many people can be on sharps, which is like 19, 17, that's something like that. Whereas CSA, they got infinite guys with buck and ball. The Union does cap the point again. If they would have waited 2 more seconds and knocked CSA down to taking losses, which Union just hit, that goal timer would be 7 minutes instead of 12.
Stuck, I can't move.
Independent fire, southwest.
I mean, for how kind of poorly managed the Union has played the past few minutes, they're still in a great spot. CSA is up on tickets, so they're not going to regain any tickets on this round.
Shoot at us from the west. Up in the hill.
Yo, south. Oh, sure.
Down the hill, on the right, on the right, on the right.
They're coming from the south.
So Billy is keeping his guys back here. That's the thing too, is Union officers are doing different things. You had Noodle who charges guys up through point.
If you have your load, fire it and pull back.
And then you have Billy who's playing a lot more conservative. Speaking of that, Noodle is playing aggressive, trying to keep this point contested, which Union's doing so far. Got a couple Union rambles going up, which is not helping their case.
What an idiot. What? Guys,
How far did Billy fell back? He fell back a little ways.
Back to the corn.
Load from the corn.
So CSA, I think they're on point. I don't know though. But I like that Union's trying to contest. At least Noodle is, the Sharps as well.
Do we hold them? Is Joseph here? Is
They're
this
just trying to
Joseph's
bring
company?
everyone's tickets down.
Yeah.
Union is using some
There you
tickets,
are,
so
there, Joseph.
it isn't that bad. They're
Charge, spread it out.
gonna try to retake this point to keep that black counter moving. Also, Union seems to have completely pulled back.
Get right here, independent fire.
So wiping those few guys are gonna move on to point. CSA is gonna try to throw Union out, it seems.
Defend on the fence. Take a step back from the fence and kill these fuckers. Come and get it, you bastard. Come and get it. Hop that fence and I'll gut you like a fish, you bastard. Come here, fucker. Come here. Get your bayonet. What did you say? You're spawning in. Get your bayonet.
You like the tax? Hold the fuck
And Union's gonna hold that. Union down on tickets even with that charge. Although a couple CSA guys left. I'm shocked that Union's not up on tickets, especially since the Union won that charge, but it's just CSA got defeated on that, not all of CSA winning. Granted, they were not charging the whole Union team, and you have... Actually, did they charge the whole Union team? Billy the Kid was not close to combat. He was holding back. Ah, that's unfortunate.
I killed Billy again. I did it. I killed Billy. Oh, God.
They're charging.
And Joseph is going right back in with the guys that he can muster.
Do not charge. Hold the rocks.
Never mind, he's falling back.
Independent
He got team killed, it looks like. That can happen in these battles.
Oh, so you're just a bitch then, Max.
Fuck yeah, boys. Fuck yeah.
So, CSA trying to push a little on Union, maybe trying to retake that snake fence, but CSA retaking that point.
Come back.
They don't regain any tickets because they had more tickets than Union. It's not like Union regains any tickets from that either, but Union looks a little spread out, trying to reform right now. CSA is spread out into 3 different groups right now. Looks like you have Union respawns moving up to kind of fill this hole. But even though Union's down about a fourth of a stage, Union's in a great spot. They just got to win one charge when CSA hits braking. And if they do that, they can cap the point and win.
Here, we're jumping over.
Or they could try to push Union. I guess they could try to push CSA in the last stand. And based on what we saw from the shootout, that's definitely possible. Especially since CSA is playing very close to where Union's holding. Union not really holding this side of the stake fence, though.
Just keep it up. Pick up the flag. Damn.
What's going on?
Pick up the flag.
Southwest, opposite fence line. Fire away. Also shoot those idiots on top of the rock.
And so, Union's have a hard time reforming right now. A very hard time, it looks like. And you have guys trickling up from main spawn. I mean, Union has a down flag, but no one's picking it up. That might... Silver's one gets it.
Fucking flag!
You heard him. Pick it up.
Reinforcements have arrived! Huzzah! We hold them here, boys! We hold them here!
And so that ticket swing has gone right back in CSA's favor, and it's significant. So now CSA is starting to win this shootout. Union does shift over a little bit to start taking this fence. We look at the server, almost up to 260 now. That imbalance is 7 for CSA. That is 7-man imbalance is not that crazy. So Union had a great start, and they mismanaged that so bad, whether it be Rambo's or poor officer decisions so far. And CSA is taking whole advantage of it, even with a very rough start. So any second now, Union's about to drop into braking. Again, even though Union's down by a third of a stage, almost half a morale stage, they still are in a spot to win this game. That's the wild part about War of Rice. You can be down almost a whole morale stage in an attacker and still win this game.
To my house immediately!
Dude, I think the colonel, I think he's turning, man. He's fucking turning.
So Union now down to braking. Union, I think, has got to change something up here. They've been losing this shootout.
Come get some, Johnny!
When every time we look over here, it looks like Union spread out, and CSA is staying very clumped up together. They got nice cover. Union does too, but CSA's hitting a lot more of those shots with the bucket ball. Compared to the Union, it doesn't have that.
They're still peeking up. Oh, they're on the left again, back to the east.
You kind of see what it's like from the CSA viewpoint down here.
Northeast, there's a few out-of-line tickets you can take from them.
And they can basically see most of the snake fence here, and if they just shoot at that, they'll most likely hit something. Whereas if you're looking from Union here, it's a lot harder. There's smoke, which is your biggest hiding factor, but you also see a lot of those rocks that are coming around those CSA guys that are there. It doesn't look like there's that many CSA guys there.
Sharp, we're probably not going to get a melee here. Probably if you're sharp.
Looks like some Union have shifted far right. Krabby Brew is Sharps are engaging with one CSA company here. York Wall.
Lay the lead on them, boys. Lay the lead up.
On this big old beautiful rock.
Do not let them break through.
Sharps aren't really going to be able to break through. Shooting your opponent down, unfortunately, doesn't completely wipe them these days. The only way to throw someone off ground is by charging them out. Or if they just give up the ground, but yeah, you don't usually see that in War of Rice. These battles aren't big enough to where you'll see teams give up ground willingly. That's a better way to say that. And so
Howdy,
we'll
boys.
probably see CSA drop to braking within 2 or 3 minutes. Union starting to lose tickets in the braking stage. At the start of each morale stage, and the end too, arguably,
Friendly
the
reporting
tickets
in.
When you
drop
spawn in, find your place on the line.
slower
Then get your kit.
than the rest of the morale stages. Like the bar is bigger than what we normally see.
Where are the enemies?
Hey, if I can
Give me
chill
a
pill,
direction.
mate. Yeah, 50-50. Howdy, mate. Oh,
So
The
we're gonna
enemy
need you
is
guys are
west
gonna hit.
direct.
This is absurd. Union needs to change something up.
Let's out.
Unless they're waiting for
Understood,
CSA to
understood.
braking and then going in. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about from CSA viewpoint. It's fairly obvious what they have to do, and they're doing it. They're sitting, holding off Union. The shark for
Guys,
Union to
gotta
hop out of the
Come on,
woods,
boys.
trying to get some
Right, you
flanking
beat in the little
shots.
bush.
Suck. They're missing all the
Shoot, 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 shoot. Aim first, rise up, then shoot, guys.
So we'll see if the CSA here collapse on their rear.
they done moved on up the road for the most part.
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
full loads.
Told you not to peek. You got a bullet in each eye fucking socket.
Gentlemen, follow me forward. Let's go. Follow me forward. Let's
New York
go. We're
Star
gonna hit
might
him in the
charge.
rear.
Gonna
Let's
hit
go.
him
Let's
melee
go.
on
Let's
them.
go.
Union has to change something up, at least infantry-wise. They had a great start. We fortunately don't know how they had such a great start. Based on the Union officers' performance for the rest of this round, I have to guess CSA let Union have that ground.
Hey, buddy, what's your opinion on segregation, if you don't mind me asking?
This is a great
What's your
charge from
opinion on
York Law.
segregation? I'd like to know that.
Wipe 'em out. Wipe 'em out.
Charging
wipe
the
'em
sharps
out.
out.
Wipe 'em out.
And they can't do anything in the melee, and they're just trying to get out of there. They got kind of caught off guard. They're trying to hold the ground. And so it's now a half morale stage difference. Got more CSA moving over to assist.
Oh, he's killing our flag boy.
Run.
Hey, don't fucking stab me, you fucking cunt.
Lefty here is gonna get a lot of kills. I guess there's Leroy Jenkins too. Oh, Lefty dies. The Leroy Jenkins is in the corn. Don't Rambo. Ramboing on its own is not individually bad, but
Commander up here. Give some fucking orders.
when you do it 30 times, it starts to add up.
That's your order.
How the game encourages teams sticking together is by people staying by each other. If you die by a lot of people all standing up, like most of these guys are, you'll lose roughly 1 ticket for your team. If you're crouching by a lot of guys, or by 2 or 3 people while standing, you lose 3 tickets, and when you're by yourself like these guys here, you're out of line and you lose 5 tickets. Now that's just an approximation for all of that, and obviously not specific, especially since
I want to stay on the left of point.
servers scale their tickets based on population size. So on the smaller pop servers, tickets are worth way more per death than a higher pop server, which each death results in a few tickets lost. Does that mean you should Rambo more on higher pop servers? No. Yeah. But Union's down 3/4 from morale stage. They're almost on the final push. They basically have infinite tickets at this point, but they're going to have a limited timer shortly, as that black timer will drop to probably 3-ish minutes left.
That flag back.
Now, if the attacking team goes to final push, that is what happens, and how low that clock will drop to is entirely based on the map. The at time is the amount of time it takes to get from your main spawn, which for Union, all the way down there. They get a nice little jog up this hill. It goes from that main spawn all the way to the point of contention 2 times without bayonets and reloads. So just spawn in, run up there, die, spawn in, run up there, and die. And that's how long you get in final push. And Union is not in any great spot to do anything. Look how spread out they are. This is... Ah, man. I know Hatch is favorable towards the defenders. I mean, we're at 270 now.
We needed to break the crossfire they had on us.
But this is just abysmal. I don't think I've seen a skirmish match go from a half morale stage lead down to being down a whole morale stage by the end of the match. It's a more on a half stage switch. Union made mistakes and CSA took advantage, and I think that the biggest result of this whole thing. I think CSA made a big mistake at the beginning, but Union just made consistently more mistakes as the match went on. And here's our result. So, Union's got 3 minutes and 30 seconds roughly to try to cap the point and win. Now, if they do capture it, they'll automatically win. Unlike the previous times, the defenders, if they're in breaking or last stand, can lose the point and lose the game automatically if it's capped by the attackers. But if the defenders aren't taking losses engaged or battle ready, the attackers have to hold that point, which is what we saw earlier today. When the War Rights first came out, it used to be you capture the point, you win. They used to play 3 rounds per event, apparently, which is kind of crazy to think about. They'd be some quick rounds in there. So Billy the Kid's pushed his guys up to his corner. I don't know if they're on point or not. Maybe on the edge. I don't think they are. There's a few CSA guys skirmishing on point, and they're at least keeping it capped for their team. Krabby Brute's starting to shift his scrims up to the center. Noodle's guys are completely distraught. But this is going to come down to a final charge or 2 on point. I don't know why Union is sitting here and shooting. You have unlimited tickets. You don't have a lot of time. You need to charge.
You guys gotta charge, guys. Go charge.
Krabby Brute absolutely cooking this whole round. But Union needs to charge. You don't have any time. You have unlimited tickets. You're not getting CSA down to last stand. Getting an opponent down to morale stage in 2 minutes is not possible. So there's no point in sitting and shooting. You just got to go in and charge and hope you win. Charging's also going to get your opponent tickets down a significant amount. CSA is starting to turn onto the point. They're going to hit the Union rear of the charge, which a lot of Union are still not charging in. CSA collapsing from both sides now.
You fucking disgusting goddamn Yankee. You fucking piece of shit.
And CSA holding that point strong. Like, look at it. Union getting decimated in this charge, but CSA is almost halfway through breaking. Again, Union doesn't have enough time, and Union has 2 flags down. One of them just got picked up. Phoenix tried, but he died. So, 2 Union flags are down right now. Do not know where the 3rd is. But this round is going to be over here with... This is unironically the worst Union management of a game that I have seen in my entire life. This was abysmal. And props to CSA. Union made consistent mistakes, and the defenders took advantage. Now, normally, CSA wins on this map, but the fact that they were down by half a morale stage, kind of in the middle of this round, and they turned this map around is an absurdity. CSA now charging down to where Union would be. They're just trying to keep Union off point. If Union gets more bodies on point than CSA when the clock hits 0, then Union can start an overtime phase. And if CSA gets more bodies on the point during that overtime, then they would end the round and win. But again, if Union consistently has more bodies on point when the clock hits 0, they'll keep an overtime phase going. That can get really risky for CSA. Especially if they hit last stand, they start losing numbers. So this round's going to be a wrap. Unfortunately, the after replay review doesn't show the beginning few minutes that we missed. But nonetheless, I can't believe how this round went. I actually thought I was going to see Union win this. I haven't seen Union win this map in a very long time. But alas, props to CSA. Again, they basically, outside of those first few minutes, they basically did everything they were supposed to do. So that was a very good win on CSA's part. It's unacceptable to have that position and that big of a ticket lead and lose. But regardless of that, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to be coming at you with public matches for the rest of the year, as private events are not happening for the most part, and I'm also busy. So we'll have plenty of winter public events for you. But besides that, I appreciate you all being here. If you want to support the channel more, we have a Patreon in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, Twitter, X, Instagram, and TikTok, all in the description. But again, Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good night.